Like, real shit, it is not my job. My job as someone who has been oppressed, as someone whose ancestors have been oppressed, it is not my job to make oppressors feel comfortable. Like, I'm not calling white people oppressors, but I'm saying you're trying to oppress others by using that word. It's not my job to make you feel comfortable. You can't say it. That's it. That's the end of the discussion. Welcome to the Queen's Table Podcast. I am your host, Marissa J, and today we are catching up, so grab your wine and your popcorn because we got a lot to discuss. That was a Scandal reference. I love and miss that show so much, but I can't have no wine because I'm doing this episode outside. I needed to get grounded, needed to get centered, get connected. So no alcohol for now. I got my water, I got my coffee. So in this episode, we are going to cover the show Mixed Dish, Juvia's Place, and Tory Lanez. I know that's old tea, but the tea is still good, sis. And we're also going to talk about your favorite hot mess of the year, Jussie Smollett. Yes, we got an update. Things we will not be discussing in this episode, the BET Awards show, because until it is ran by black people again, BET just ain't on my radar. Chris Brown and all of his self-hating fuckboy bullshit, and the 4th of July. But first, story time. And you know what? Even before, let me pause. Even before story time, let me go ahead and say congratulations to Miss Halle Bailey for getting casted as the Little Mermaid, Miss Ariel. Yes, ma'am. We're going to have some color in it. I am here for all of it. What I am not here for is all the racist bullshit that's coming along with it. Now, this just came out. Disney just said this yesterday, okay? Today is July 4th, and yesterday it came out that Halle Bailey is going to be playing Ariel. So, okay, there's a lot of hate surrounding this, a whole lot of hate, and I'm not here for any of it. People running around here talking about, well, this was set in, the Nordic region, so it just kind of makes sense if it would have been a white girl. Okay, pause. Let me go ahead and explain to you one very quick thing. That people that grew up in church deserve to see a true to color Jesus. But we sat through the Passion of the Christ anyway. So I'm going to need y'all to fall back. For real, fall back. Have plenty seats because we came out all right in that situation. You will be okay too. So calm the fuck down. Now, let's get into a story time. Now, I haven't done a story time episode in a very, very long time. It's not going to be like a whole episode length, but it is going to be this episode is going to be long. So, so a few days ago, I made a post on Facebook. Now, what struck me to make this post was the fact that a lot of non-black people run around here using the N-word. Talking about, hey, what's up, my nigga this, my nigga that, nigga please. No, have a seat. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you know off rip, I've never been okay with other people using that word. I've never been okay with it, okay? The thing about it is I haven't been able to articulate myself in telling other people, hey, you can't use that word, okay? You can't use it. So I haven't really said too awful much, even to the people like friends and people passing and whatnot. I haven't even said anything, I don't say anything to them about it because it's like, I don't want to get into this long discussion about it or what have you. It's just, don't say the word. Don't say the word. Okay. So plenty of people continuously saying this fucking word. And it's irritating as fuck, all right? I am not the only one, but not everybody feels the way that I feel. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. So let's get into my Facebook post. This is on my personal Facebook page. I do social media kind of different. Like for the podcast, I am all over Instagram. All over Instagram. And yes, from time to time I'll post my kids and some personal stuff or whatever. But my Facebook page is for friends and family. Like everybody, all ultimately, these are people that I personally know. So with that being said, my post goes a little something like this. Real ass question. To all non-black people who think it's okay to use the N-word, especially around those to whom that word was meant to oppress, what makes you think it's okay? So you can't use one word, cry me a river. Emmett Till couldn't be black on a Tuesday, so sit the fuck down. I don't give a fuck about your comment. You can click on the link below and schedule to be on my show. We'll discuss it then. Okay, now I was waiting for the comments to flood. Yes, I did say I don't give a fuck about your comments, but everybody gonna comment. Somebody's gonna say something. Everybody always has something to say, whether it be good or bad. Always and forever, somebody always has something to say. And that's okay. Like if you have a question, there was somebody who did comment a genuine question, and I'll get to that in a bit. But I was waiting for the hateration. Okay. So this one guy commented on the post and he said, you can just say white people, referring to the fact that I said to all non-black people saying this word. Okay, so I responded back, no, I mean all non-black people. I don't like it when Hispanic people say it. I don't like it when Asian people say it. I don't like it when Native American people say it. I don't like it when Pacific Islanders say it. I don't like it when anybody says it that's not black. I said what I said. So a little bit later, somebody else had commented on, like, there's folks that like that comment, but then somebody else had commented something. I have no clue what that person said. I have no idea what it was that person said, but I had a lot of messages after, like personal messages after that, talking about, do I need to go in here and set this child straight? Like, and these are white folks. Do I need to come on here and set this dude straight? Because he's talking like mad shit right now. Like, that's dumb. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, I don't need anybody else to speak for me. It's perfectly fine. I said what I said. And if he has something else to say about it, he can address it to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, okay, it's cool, whatever. Now, that particular person, he's never said that around me. So I don't know how he feels about the word. I don't know how he feels about using that word. He's never said anything to me about it. I don't really know exactly how he feels. I'm just responding to what he said. But then when I go to check it, the post was the comment was taken down. The original comment was taken down. So I don't know what the reply was. I don't know what was said on that or anything. So with that being said, I get a lot of love from the Caucasian persuasion. Okay. There's a lot of people that are like, yes, be yes. There's a lot of people in there that's like, if you want me to come on the show and tell these other motherfuckers to stop saying the word, I will. I'm like, that's okay, boo. I appreciate the love. You can be an ally. That's perfectly fine. I ain't got no problem with that. None at all. Okay? None at all. However, it's fine. Like, I can speak for myself. I can do this on my own. So that's perfectly fine. I do love and appreciate the feedback and whatnot. One of the comments on there, that it was the second comment that said, my black friends and I, it's a white guy. He says, my black friends and I say it jokingly all the time around each other. We all respect each other. I also understand not everyone is that way, obviously. I had to delete my comment, like my reply to that, a good 50-11 times, because at first I was going to be super aggressive about it. Then I was going to be passive aggressive. Like, if you respect your friends, then you wouldn't say that to your black friends. So I was going to do all of this extraness, but I simply put, come on the show. I put the link down there. Come on the show. You feel like it's okay to say it, come on the show. He responds with, no thanks, I appreciate it though. And of course, I have to say, you can bring your friends too. I'd love to hear their point of view on the subject. And crickets. Hadn't heard nothing from him. I don't have anything on my website talking about that scheduled booking. I don't have nothing. So I mean, like, if you're not going to come on to, I don't have millions and millions of listeners, okay? But I do have thousands upon thousands. And if you're not going to come on to a show that has thousands upon thousands of listeners to defend what you think is okay, then maybe, just maybe, you already know deep down inside that you shouldn't be doing it in the first damn place. Okay, so then I had another question. Now, and this was an honest and sincere question. I know this guy, we went to school together. Like, he's a real cool dude. He said, question, Marissa. I respect your honesty and willingness to talk openly and without hostility. He must not listen to the show. I personally have never used the N-word before and never will. However, my question is, why do those in the African American community still choose to use it, knowing the negative connotation? I understand the slang of the word itself and not the full version is utilized, but why use it at all? Does saying it take back the negativity of the word? Love you and always love picking your brain. My response, it was very watered down because I don't like to respond to things like that with just text. I have a lot of inflection in my voice. You can always tell that certain things when you're hearing someone saying it versus when it's typed out. So I kind of wanted to send him a voice clip about it, but then I was just kind of like, no, because, then everybody else is going to think that I'm just ignoring him, and I'm not. I'm really responding to his question. It's just I'd rather say it with my voice. So what I said on mine is neither here nor there. This is the response that I wanted him to hear. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why we still use it. The fact of the matter is that you can't use it. And that's all that you need to know. That's literally everything that you need to know. There's a million and one things that white people can do that black people can't do, even to this day. So, why can you use it? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about why we can use it. You're not black. If you were black, then I could tell you why we use it. Why I use it anyways. I don't know about everybody else, but why I can use it. So don't do that. No. So you can't say it. That's it. Point blank period. You just can't say it. No shade. But this is directed towards white people, what I'm about to say. You tell a white person that they can't do something and all hell breaks loose, okay? Versus anybody telling us that we can't do something and expect us to be cool with it. Like, I'm saying you can't use the N-word. Oh, you can use it. Why can't I use it? It doesn't matter. But I'm supposed to be okay with you saying the word. I don't want you to say the word, but you want to say the word. It's one thing that you can't do, and you really this big. I'm not him. I'm not saying him. I'm just saying people that have a problem with not being able to say the word in general. Y'all get so up in arms by not being able to say one word. You're told not to do one thing. We're told every single day we can't do this, we can't do that. Don't come up. Don't do that. The point blank period, you can't say the word. Okay? It doesn't matter why you can't say the word. You can't say the word. Okay? Like, real shit, it is not my job. My job as someone who has been oppressed, as someone whose ancestors have been oppressed, it is not my job to make oppressors feel comfortable. Like, I'm not calling white people oppressors, but I'm saying you're trying to oppress others by using that word. It's not my job to make you feel comfortable. You can't say it. That's it. That's the end of the discussion. So, I love this guy. He's absolutely awesome, super amazing, wonderful person, wonderful energy, absolutely wonderful energy that he always brings, and he's a little cute, so leaving the door up. No, I'm just playing. But he is, if you like a little swirl in your chocolate, ladies, I do believe he is single. Anyhow, so that was my, that's what I wanted to say to him. Okay, so this keeps going on and on. I'm responding to other comments and this, that, and the third. And another really good friend of mine, she had a very good question that I had to sit back and kind of ponder on, like, I don't know. And the question was basically this. She asked, well, how about this? I don't say the word. I never say the word. If anybody's around, I'm not going to say the word. But if I'm in my car and I'm listening to, old 90s rap and I get super into it, I'm gonna stay true to the lyrics is how she put it. She didn't say I'm gonna say the N-word whether you hear it or not. I'm gonna say the N-word. She wasn't like that. She simply said, I stay true to the lyrics. Is that okay? And I was like, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. Like, on the realness, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. So yesterday, I ended up going to the laundromat, and while I was there was this black woman and doing her clothes. And I can sense people's energies. Okay, I can feel you out just by just by being around you. I don't even have to look at you. Just by being around you, I can feel your energy. And this woman, she put off such a strong energy, like just attractive energy, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna ask this random person. So I go up to her. I'm like, hello, my name is. I had a question on Facebook, and I was wondering if I could get your opinion on it. And she was like, okay. So I let her read the post, and I let her read the thread. And she was like, basically, that word doesn't affect me. That word is meant to oppress people that look like me. And if I don't give that any reaction, then guess what? That word is no longer oppressive. And I'm like, okay, this woke female, okay, I feel what you're saying. I smell what you are saying here. However, how is it that I'm supposed to be okay? And I showed her this. This is one of the comments. How is it that I'm supposed to be okay with you saying, yo, what's up, a nigga? But you would never run to your Hispanic friend and say, okay, tell him I speak. Did you hear that? So how am I supposed to be okay with that when you would never go back and say that to somebody that was Hispanic? The actual comment was, my thing is this: would you call your Jewish friend a kike, your Italian friend a wop, your Vietnamese friend Charlie, your Japanese friend a Jap? How is it I'm supposed to be okay with you saying, yo, my nigga, but you wouldn't dare say to your Hispanic friends, K-Tall spit? Oh, never thought of it that way? There's the fucking problem. That's a good point. But guess what? She brought up a better. She said, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. However, Jewish people don't call each other kike. Japanese people don't call each other Japs. Hispanic people don't call each other spit. See, that's where the problem is. I'm like, okay, this female a little bit too woke. Like, this, oh my God. Like, I was like, okay, I never thought about that before. So here's the thing on that. I get where she's coming from, and I totally understand and respect that, but I'm not that type of person. Okay, that's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful that she feels that way and that she does the way that she's like, I'm cool with saying my nigga, and I'm cool with other people saying my nigga because I don't feel that that's oppressive to me because I don't give that word a reaction. And I'm like, that's real deep, but I give that word a reaction. I give a lot of things reaction. People think that I'm just so cool and so chill because there's not a whole lot that gets under my skin. There's not a whole lot that I say publicly that gets under my skin. There's a lot of shit that gets under my skin, honey. Oh yes, I get big mad. I get real big mad about a lot of stuff. It's just that a lot of this stuff doesn't really come up in conversation a whole lot. So I don't. A lot of people just, oh well, she cool, she down AF. Like, yeah. On the surface, I guess. I mean, like, even a lot of my really good friends that I've known for years and years and years would say, yeah, she down AF. There's not a whole lot that gets to her. No. There's certain things that get to me. I just don't let that be known. Why would I tell you? Why would I give that information up freely? I'm not finna just tell any and everybody, oh yeah, this is what pisses me off. Okay, like really, of course there's things that piss me off, but I mean really get up underneath my skin. So But that is one thing that does get under my skin. A lot of times my good friends tell me, like, bitch, you're a real life troll. Like, you are a troll in real life. Like, a lot of times you post things in these groups and stuff, and I know you don't, believe it or whatever. And like my one good friend, she's really good at pinpointing, because like I could sound so sincere about something, and she knows, and I do be trolling sometimes, not all the time, sometimes I do be trolling. And she'll call it out. She'll be like, she'll play along. She doesn't call it out, but she plays along with, like, I do be doing that sometimes. But this is something that I don't play with. I do not play with it. So FYI, in the future, if you are a non-black person and you say that word to me, just know that I'm coming for you. Okay? So shout out to her. Her name is Jody. Shout out to Jody for opening my mind up to something a little bit deeper, because I wasn't on that same, I suppose you could say, I wasn't on that same train of thought. So shout out to Jody for opening my eyes in that. I was telling her about the podcast, and she was like, "Oh, you got a Facebook?" I'm like, "Yeah, but follow my Instagram, because my Facebook, not every one of my listeners can handle what's on my Facebook page. It's a whole lot of different stuff on my Facebook page. So, but Instagram, that's what I'm always on, always and forever. I'm always on Instagram. So I direct her to my Instagram page, and so she follows me. I go and follow her back. Last night, I'm going through her Insta feed. She's got a SoundCloud. So I click on one of her, the 30-second videos you can post on Instagram. I click on one of those. This female is talented. So, of course, I had to reach out to her. And, as soon as things get calm and a little bit more situated on my end, we're going to have her on the show. Because, I mean, like, whoa. Okay? So, that's the end of the story time. Let's get into the episode. All right? Now, mixed dish. I have never watched the show Blackish, and that's what this show is based off of. It's based off of the show Blackish, starring Anthony Anderson, which I thought was so much cuter when he was bigger, but now that he lost all that weight, he looks a little, I'm a bit of a chubby chaser, so I liked it when he was bigger, but whatever. And Tracee Ellis Ross. I love Tracee Ellis Ross, and as we all know, she is biracial in real life. Now, the show is based off of Tracee Ellis Ross when she was a child growing up in the 80s. I've never even watched Blackish before, and I just have like a ton of nitpicky grievances with that show that maybe I'll do like a whole episode on later, but for now, we talking about mixed dish. So I saw the 2-minute promo on it, and on the surface, it looked a little cute. I love the fact that there's now a show that showcases a biracial family dynamic. I absolutely love it. I'm here for that aspect, okay? I'm an advocate for everyone having representation in the entertainment industry, and this show is where it's at. As most of you guys know, my oldest son has a white father, and even though my son identifies himself as a biracial black person, he said he used to tell people I'm black. Now he says that I'm a biracial black person. He doesn't really even look biracial. He's very light with sandy blonde hair and very, very loose curls when his hair is grown out. When it's like cut short, it lays. So for him to see people that look like him is a beautiful thing. I love that. However, all of the child actors look exactly like him, but with frizzy hair. Just as there are different shades of black people, there's different shades of mixed people too. My younger 3 have the same father, and none of them share the same complexion. Halle Bailey is mixed, but is always cast as a black woman. So yeah, there are darker tone mixed people, and there's lighter tone mixed people. Mariah Carey being one of them, and then you got people like Zendaya who are racially ambiguous. Now I'll admit that really does sound like another really nitpicky thing to be upset over about this show, but as a mother of biracial children, this does stand out to me, okay? So in the promo, the mom, which is the black parent, the mom's sister comes to visit and comments on the children's appearance and says something about the little boy looking like a runaway slave. This show does take place in the 80s, and yes, back then we said some pretty messed up shit, okay? When I was, 8 years old, I will never ever forget the first time that I met one of my cousins. She was a much older woman. She's like a fourth cousin, and it was actually the first time that we went down to Mississippi to visit with all of our relatives. Now, for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, we all kind of met up at my grandmother's house, which is in Memphis, Tennessee. But this is the first time that me and my siblings went to Mississippi to visit with them and with the rest of, our Mississippi folks. So, I have a cousin, or had a cousin. She passed away. She was a much older woman back then, and she drank a lot. We'll just say that. She drank a whole lot. And I remember when we pulled up to the house, this great big huge white house, this 3-story house that everybody was staying at, right? She comes out. I'm still in the car with my siblings. She comes out with 2 red Solo cups, and I swear to you, I will never forget this. The first thing that she says is, "Oh, what are y'all rusty, dusty button niggas doing around this part?" I just starts laughing, right? I was super irritated by that. But as a child, you are not allowed to say anything when an older person says some stuff like that. Another example, my great-grandmother, she, also in Mississippi, this is at a different time, but she passed away not too long after I first met her. But, when I first met her, she kept talking about how I looked like a little burnt butterball. Because I was heavy set. I was very heavy set at that time. And very, very overweight. But I mean, she just kept harping on how dark I am and how big I was. And of course, you can't say nothing, but I was just so perturbed by that. That got under my skin. And as you can see, now me as I'm not going to show my age, but me as an older woman, those things stuck with me. I don't want that to stick with me. I don't want that to stand out with me. I don't want to be called a rusty, dusty butt nigga. I don't want to be called a burnt butterball, and I'm sure that nobody wants to be called a runaway slave. So for that to be in that show, that immediately put me off. I don't talk to my children like that. And I don't want anyone talking to my children like that. If you do talk to my children like that, we're going to have some issues. Don't harp on my children's color. And especially don't harp on my darkest child, his color. You know what I'm saying? He's going to go out into the world and experience all of this colorism, which I will do an episode about that. I was going to put that in this episode, but honey, that would make it entirely way too long. So I don't want anybody to feel that way. I don't want my oldest son, who's lighter than everybody, I don't want him feeling some type of way because everybody else is much darker than he is. You know what I'm saying? Stop singling people out based on their race, especially children. You got to stop doing that. You have to stop doing that. Now, we're woke now, and so it's wrong. It's wrong, especially for comedic effect. That's wrong. Okay. Now for a timepiece movie, yeah, okay, or whatever. But for my 11-year-old to watch this in passing, I don't want my son to hear that. That is in no way conducive to the growth of people of color. So this won't be a show that will be on my television. I do love Tracee Ellis Ross and will watch anything else she's in, but not this or Blackish. So now we're going to move on to Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place is a Black-owned, or supposedly Black-owned, cosmetics company ran by Chichi Ibiru, a Nigerian-born woman. Now, her products are bomb AF, and when the company first started, she did what most brands do, shipped her products off to makeup gurus on YouTube for them to review. Most of them were begging to be placed on their PR list, right? And some of them were, until white folks got a hold of it. Then YouTube reviews started becoming less and less diverse. You should have seen their Instagram page, like back when all of this is popping. Okay, like I said at the beginning, this old tea. Okay, but it's still good. Okay. So back when they first, like when white YouTube gurus started doing their reviews and stuff, that Instagram page, like Lily, okay, it was Lily. So quickly after that, the black YouTubers began having complaints about late shipments, wrong orders, and bad customer service. Several black YouTubers stopped reviewing Juvia's Place and even got into it with Chi Chi on Twitter and on Instagram. Nobody was really all that invested in the beef, although they were big. They wasn't like Fenty big until Jeffree Star came into the picture. Now, if you do not know who Jeffree Star is, good. Okay, you don't need to know who he is. He has been canceled a long time ago. All right. But this is recently, like just a couple of weeks ago, that all of this came out, right? To say that he doesn't like black women is the understatement of the year. I'm not going to go through all of what this idiot said about black women, but you can read it for yourself on Google. He is a really disgusting person, and we'll leave it at that. But he does have a long public history of racism, okay? Jeffree reviewed Juvia's Place on his channel, and Chi Chi got all of the smoke, okay? The post ended up being taken down by Juvia's Place, and out come the apologies, rightfully so. Yes, you should apologize. Like, I don't know. Hell, I don't even follow YouTube gurus like that, like makeup gurus like that. I don't follow that, but hell, even I knew about that. Like, I knew about him telling black women to pour acid on their face so they can be lighter. I knew about calling people bitch ass niggers, with a hard R. I knew about him referring to black women as monkeys and as gorillas and as apes. So, no. Yes, the apology had to have happened. It did. Everything would have been fine had Chi Chi not have responded to Jackie Ayana's tweet, which read, and she had every right to say this too, BT dubs. She had every right to say this, Jackie Ayana, okay? She says, and this is just a few weeks ago, I think it was June 15th. She says, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. I can't align myself with any brand, black owned or not, that purposely taunts their customers. It is not okay to use pro-black imagery to lure black dollars only to step over them on the way to the top and reject them when you get there. Hunty, yes, right? But then Chi Chi had to chime in and give her 2 cents on this. Chi Chi responds back, you should know better. Please don't give false accusations. We reached out to you multiple times and you did not respond. If it gives you joy to take us down, so be it, but we won't tear you down. Never. Jackie comes back with this. Chi Chi, I'll say this to you again. This is false. You may think you reached out multiple times, but almost doesn't count. No. Can't keep on loving you, one foot outside the door. I hear a funny... Okay, sorry. Not sorry. But almost doesn't count. There was one email exchange after my very first review of your products, which I purchased. Sis, she made her buy the products? No. Nothing more, nothing less. Which is fine, but don't lie. Then she came back and said, also, you're not going to talk to me like you talk to Alyssa and your customers. I know, you should know better, is a favorite line of yours, but it doesn't apply to this. And then she came back once again, wrapped it up with, now kindly go back to your Twitter hiatus. You haven't logged on in over a year and nobody even tagged you in this post. Sis. Juvia's Place has been canceled. At least with me. I don't know if anybody, well, no, I'm not going to say I don't know. Because a lot of people like to give people second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth chances. I'm not one of them. When you F up, I might give you a second chance depending on what what it is, but generally speaking, I don't give people second chances. And Juvia's Place has had chances time and time again to rectify the bad mistakes that they've made, you know? Like, how are you going to be a black-owned business and use black imagery? And they do. Like, it's these queens that are on these palette covers and stuff, and Nubian queens that are on these palette colors and stuff. But your Instagram page is lily white. Like, I don't understand that. Like, a lot of people didn't even know that it was a black-owned company because of the Instagram page. I mean, straight mayonnaise. So I'm just sitting here like, I don't understand. How is it that people can give this business, a chance after chance after chance? If you F up with me, I might give you another chance. There's a 40% chance that I might give you another chance, okay? But if you mess that up with me, sorry, but you're canceled. So with me, Juvia's Place is canceled. That's entirely way too much drama, especially from a new company. They do too much, like absolutely too much. I mean, y'all know I'm all about supporting black-owned businesses, but not messy. I never support messy. Now, let's hop on over to these men folk. So we got Tory Lanez, and I'm gonna be real. I never heard of Tory Lanez until this happened, okay? Still don't know who he is, but hey, you gotta forgive me. I be busy sometimes, so whatever. Okay, so he was featured in this song. Still don't know what song it is, and shot a music video for it. Pause. What's the point of music videos anymore? Like, I know that it's a thing. I watch music videos myself, but on YouTube. Well, no, I guess you can still make money on YouTube. So never mind. Resume. So anyway, during the photo shoot, the director changed out a dark skin model for a much lighter skin model, right? And so Tory wasn't having it, okay? He stopped the shoot and brought the darker skin model back. This was all being recorded on somebody's phone, by the way. But he ended up making a post about it after it was all said and done, about how this happens all too often, and he's tired of the colorism. Truth. That's all truths, okay? Well, it later came out that the whole thing was fabricated and that Tory staged the whole thing. Sis, please stop worrying about the wrong parts of the story. It doesn't matter if he staged it or not. It happens in real life all of the time, and not just in music videos, okay? Speak to a melanin enriched entertainer, and I'm sure she can spill all of the tea for you, okay? 6 times I've been passed over for a promotion only for it to be given to a less qualified, lighter, or in most cases, white women, and those all involved being in the public eye. Anytime that I've gotten a promotion, I wasn't in the public eye. It was for call centers. And, because I can put on my voice and, hi, my name is Marissa. I work for such and such company. Would you like to know more about whatever, and blah, blah, blah? Like, I can put on my voice, my phone voice. We'll call it that. My phone voice, okay? I can put that on real good. But all of those promotions that were in the public eye, which I'm not going to mention because I'm not trying to drag these companies that I used to work for. I'm not about to drag them for filth, okay? But I was passed over, and this happens all of the time, all right? I'm glad that he brought this to light. No pun intended, because it is very real. Let's hop on over to Jussie Smollett. Now, Jussie, I don't know what's wrong with this fool. Like, the body cams of the cops that came to his house the night of the attack have just been released. I don't know if you knew that or not, but that's just been released. The Uber or the Lyft driver that drove the 2 Nigerian guys, that's been released as well. First of all, the 2 Nigerian guys, they look like every single supervillain that's fighting in the wintertime. Like, they were wearing all white. I have no idea why. They looked a hot mess for no reason. Like, this all happened, in the wee hours of the morning when it's still dark. And these brothers are super chocolate, okay? Why are you wearing white to stand out like that? Oh God, that just doesn't even make any sense to me. Number 1. And number 2, the biggest mess of it all, the body cams. sis, the cops show up at this boy's house and he's wearing the noose around his neck like an idiot. I don't know where he found this. I mean, the noose looked like it was made by Gucci. It was so flimsy and so. Look at the pictures. Please Google search it and look at those pictures and see what a hot mess this man is. Like, I don't understand. Like, it seems as though like every few weeks something pops off with Jussie Smollett, and it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. It doesn't make any sense to me at all, and he's a mess. So anyway, I guess some more stuff is about to come out with this whole situation. It's so dumb. Oh sis, it's so dumb. All right, y'all. So that's it for today. I know I haven't been a regular these last few weeks, but some stuff has come up, and I won't be back until July the 20th. So be sure when you subscribe, you get notified for all the new episodes. On the 28th, I'll be at the Selfish event hosted by Toya, founder of Mo Scrubs. If you want more details, be sure to check out my website at tqtpodcast.wixsite.com/2019. I do blog on my site, and because I can do that virtually from anywhere, those blogs will not stop. So if you need a royal fix, I like that, a royal fix, head on over to the website tqtpodcast.wixsite.com/2019 and get your fill there until I come back with my schmecksha voice and hot tea and wealth of good vibes and energy. Ooh, sis, we better get into the rap game. Okay, so also if you are not following me on Instagram, honey, there are plenty of pictures of my gorgeous face there, so head on over and follow. You can find me on Instagram at TQT Podcast. The links to the latest episodes and blog posts are always in the description, so hop on, log on, and get your knowledge on. Ooh, that was good. I might have to do something with that, sis. Okay. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here because these bugs is killing me. We all came from Africa, y'all, so stay black.